I put points up like Kareem. Yeah. Shorty, don't you know that I get money by myself? Yeah. I've been studying by myself.
Yo, what is good? It's that boy Gibbs back with another one. And today we are talking UFC 302 Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do this one as a car comes by. We're just going to go ahead and do this one on the phone today. Just keep it simple. You're going to have the same stats and same typology as usual. Just won't be seeing my ugly face. So, with no further ado, we're going to take a look at last week's card where it was actually a pretty good card. I thought Emily Ducote won this fight, as you guys see on the screen. But other than that, man, we had a pretty good week. So we started out 0-2, and then a lot of our losses. We started out 0-3, and then pretty much we only had like one loss after that. So we did not have Vanessa Demopoulos, which actually no, excuse me, I have Vanessa Demopoulos, but I bet against her, but I had hedged it. So you got to trust your gut here. So I have Vanessa Demopoulos. I did not have Clitzen Rodriguez. I did not have Ariana Carlosi. I did not. Actually, I did have a Booth Magomedov. Excuse me. It's been 2 weeks, y'all. I had Melissa Gatto. I had Umar Sy. I had Tom Nolan to get the first round knockout like he did. I had Angela Hill. I had Adrian Yanez. I had Timba Garimbo that cashed me. I had Carlston Harris, actually, believe it or not. And I had Lerone Murphy to not win. I actually had Edson Barbosa. So, 1, 2. Yeah. I had 5 fights that I were called wrong. Oh, God, I'm already yawning. That's not good. But, yeah, man, a card where we only had 5 losses. I think I went 7-5. But no, actually I went 8-4 because I was still thinking that I got this fight wrong, in the Vanessa Demopoulos fight wrong. So with no further ado, we're gonna slide over to UFC 302. But before that, we would be taking a hit of that gas. So if you have your gas around, like the smoke session, my guys, CJ UFC show, we bring you a smoke sesh. So if that's not your thing, you just gotta hold on. Next up, we got Andre Lima versus Mitch Raposo. And I think this is going to be a good fight because Andre Lima, a guy who was supposed to be fighting that Korean guy from the road to UFC, he ended up not doing that. So I was just like, okay, that's fine. Um, I just think Mitch, a guy who he got beat up on Dana White's Contender Series by Jake Hadley. I was like, ooh, that's not a good one. He was actually having success in the first round, but then he got tired and Jake choked him out. So if we're gonna go over the tell of the tape real quick, because we surely did not do that. What the fuck? Move, motherfucker. Okay. All right. So both 25 years old. 5'7" for Lima, 5'5" for Raposo, and a 3-inch reach advantage for Lima. Man, I think Lima's gonna get it done, man. It's a guy who's already been in the UFC. He already has experience. I just think he's gonna get it done. What do we have as the odds now? Yeah, so Lima's coming in as a minus 215, and Mitch is a plus 164. I don't know. Maybe these breakdowns will make me tired and bored. I don't know, but I definitely got Andre Lima, and I'm pretty confident in saying that too. I think Andre Lima is a parlay piece, y'all. Next up, Jocelyn Edwards versus Aileen Nurmagomedov. But nah, Aileen Perez, she's definitely a wrestler. She don't like to spend time on her feet, and she's trying to get you out of there. 5'5" for Perez, 5'8" for Edwards. 4-inch disadvantage for Perez. And I feel like in this fight, I think that Lord have mercy. I just think Perez gonna be getting her down. To be honest with y'all, I don't see this fight being too competitive. Um, I definitely got Perez to just get her down and then just keep grinding her out. That's just really how I'm seeing it. So I got Perez by decision. I just have not been impressed with Jocelyn Edwards. Next up, we got Mickey Gall versus Basel Hafez, excuse me. Both 32 years old, 5'11 for Hafez, 6'2 for Mickey Gall, 2-inch reach advantage for Mickey Gall. Mickey Gall is a guy who got brought into the UFC to win. Um, by they gave him CM Punk. I was like, ugh, okay. Mickey Gall, a guy who doesn't really have hands, in my opinion, man. This dude just really be winging it, bro. He's a grappler, really, and he's fighting a guy in Basel Hafez who's really a better grappler. Like, he arguably beat JDM in his last one. So I'm going Basil Hafez, actually, and that's actually a parlay piece. Nico Price versus Alex Morono. Nico Price, 34 years old. Alex Morono, 33. 1-inch advantage for Nico Price and a 2-inch reach advantage for Nico Price. To be honest with you, I think this is a bad matchup for Alex Morono because it's a guy who's going to be on the feet. This fight's going to be standing. Alex Morono can grapple, but so can Nico Price. I just think Nico Price is going to knock him out because, like, I would take Robbie Lawler over Alex Morono, to be honest with you, because he's the better striker. Alex Morono has already been knocked out by Nico Price, and you just can't tell me that it can't happen again. I understand Nico Price is 34 years old. He's getting up there in age, but I I really just can't see. I don't know. Someone's telling me Nico Price in this one. So next up, we got Phil Rowe versus Jake Matthews in an exciting fight. We haven't really been checking the odds. Let's go ahead and check the odds on this. So, yeah, what we got here? Yep. Okay, cool. So, just want to make sure you guys seen it. Minus 158 for Matthews, and plus 124 for Phil Rowe. Phil Rowe has the big height advantage in this one, 6'3 to 5'11, 80-inch reach to 72-inch reach. So I will say Phil Rowe will be a bigger man. But in my opinion, I just feel like Jay Matthews is just a more skilled man. Like, he can wrestle, he can strike, he can submit you. I just feel like there's a world where Phil Rowe just gets grinded out in this fight, and he's just losing minutes, and the Celtic Kid and Jake Matthews is just winning minutes. Now, there is a world where Phil Rowe knocks his dude out, and I would be lying if I said there's no world where Phil Rowe wins this fight, because there obviously is. But I just don't see Phil Rowe outpointing Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews is an extremely good minute winner, and I will say when he is losing, he is getting finished. He's been finished out of 4 of his 7 losses, so I'll admit he can be finished. But in my mind, Phil Rowe's not submitting anybody. He does have submissions. He's 4-0 to the submission, but I just don't see him. I just don't see it happening, to be honest with you. Yeah, he was knocked out. He was knocked out in his first fight in the UFC in ever in his career. So I don't know, man. Go ahead and give me Jake Matthews. The guy, believe it or not, he's younger than Phil Rowe. Phil Rowe's 33 years old, so this is who Phil Rowe is, man. Phil Rowe came in as like a mid-tier guy, to be honest with you. Like, okay, he knocked out Nico Price. Okay. That was a good one. He was actually a dog in that one too, so that was a good one. And then he knocks out Jason Witt, but who's not knocking Jason Witt out though? And then Orion Kosi, that was a good one. Now that was actually a pretty good win, to be honest with you. To be honest with you guys, I am gonna go slide to the next one. I got Jake Matthews. Next up, we have Grant Dawson versus Joe Selecki. The last time Joe Selecki was in the octagon, he got slammed on his head. That was scary. Grant Dawson, a guy who, how do I put this? A guy who's really a grappler, and he really is just here to grind you out. He's not here to put damage on you. According to his last interview, he's saying he wants to put more damage on people, but yeah, I got to see that, buddy. They're both 30 years old, 1 inch reach advantage for Grant Dawson, and a 1.5 inch reach advantage for Grant Dawson. But I don't think this fight will be on the feet because usually when you have two grapplers, they will stand and trade and bang. But I just don't see these guys standing and banging in this fight. I see Grant Dawson taking Joe Selecki down on multiple occasions, and he's gonna probably grind him out. There's been extreme line movement as you see this filter. Um, there's been extreme line movement on our guy, to be honest with you. So Grant Dawson, let me go here. So Grant Dawson started out as a minus 280 favorite. He's 7-1 as a favorite. Joe Selecki 1-1 as a dog, and he's plus 210 today. But that was opening odds. The new odds are now Joe Selecki plus 280, and now Grant Dawson almost a minus 400. There's no world where I advise anybody to lay minus 400 on Grant Dawson because there's just too many things that could go wrong on a minus 400 that opened up as a minus. What was it? Let me see what the line opened up as. Yeah, so you're going to lay minus 400 on the guy who opened up as a minus 280? I think not. Give me Grant Dawson by decision or submission, but I couldn't see myself betting on that. Now, this fight right here is about to be a banger, y'all. This is Roman Kopylov versus Cesar Almeida, and I will be taking a hit of that. Oh, and my vape's dead. I won't be taking a hit of anything. But that is what's up. This is actually gonna be a damn good fight. Let me charge that up. I actually got this one on. Holy smokes. Next up, we got Roman Kopylov versus Cesar Almeida. And it's going to be a good fight, to be honest with you. Cesar Almeida, 36 years old. Roman Kopylov, 33. 6 foot for Kopylov. 6'1" for Cesar. 1 inch reach advantage for Roman Kopylov, in which he's going to need it. If we're going to take a look at these opening lines, because I ain't going to bullshit y'all, this is one of the fights where I thought definitely had some line movement. Roman Kopylov, minus 142. Cesar Almeida, he's a plus 112 in the opening odds. So we slide over to the updated odds. And these odds are today. Roman Kopylov is now only a minus 125 favorite. Now, Cesar, you can no longer get plus on Cesar. He's now a minus 102. 3-0 is a favorite for Roman Kopylov. 1-0 is a favorite for Cesar. Oh man, Cesar, man, he looked really good versus Butka, man. He did get taken down for that first round, and then after that first round, man, Cesar was just a better fighter, man. Cesar knocked him the fuck out. And I think this fight should be the opening fight for the main card, to be honest with you. I think Randy Brown versus Zaleski, Elizio Zaleski, excuse me, y'all. I just think that Roman Kopylov isn't as good as people say he is. I'm not saying he's not good. Like, let's make that clear. I'm just saying that he's not as good as people say he is, because he got busted up real bad by Albert Duraev. He should have knocked Albert Duraev out. He's getting submitted by Carl Roberson. Carl Roberson? Like, come on. Cesar Almeida would knock Carl Roberson out. To be honest with y'all, um, I don't know, man. To be honest, I got Cesar Almeida. I got him at plus 112. Give me Cesar Almeida, y'all. No bullshit. I got Cesar. Knockout. He's gonna knock Kopilov out. Next fight up, we got Randy Brown versus Elizeu Zaleski. Excuse me. I was fucking jacking his name earlier. Rude Boy, 33. Capoeira. That's that little fighting, dancing, karate style movement. He's 37. 5'11" for him. 5-inch reach advantage for Randy Brown. To be honest with you guys, this is a big step up for Randy Brown. But guess what? Elizeu, he ain't getting any younger. Like, he had that close fight with a Bukabar Nurmagomedov, and I thought Nurmagomedov won it. To be honest with y'all, that's just my honest opinion. I just think straight up. I just think Randy Brown gonna win it, y'all. Real shit. I just think he's gonna win it. He's probably gonna win by decision. Let's go check those odds. Let's go see if we had any line movement. So opening odds were minus 156 for Randy Brown, 8-2 as a favorite. And then where is bro back now? Randy Brown minus 184. So it's been some line movement steaming on the way of Randy Brown. So do with that as you will. But I am picking Randy Brown as well. I think that's a parlay piece, guys. Jailton Almeida versus Alexander Romanov. And this should be a good fight, I must say. Because King Khan, he's been out for a little bit. And Alexander Romanov. Jailton Almeida, he just lost his UFC we're in a fight where he was taking Curtis Blades down at will. And then, sure enough, tries to take him down again. He starts getting hammer-fisted. And eventually he gets sent to the shadow realm because he was like, booka, 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 booka. And then after like the fifth one, I'm like, oh shit, I think Jailton's fucking hurt. And I'm like, oh shit, he is hurt. It was crazy. No bullshit. My fault, y'all. I just think Jailton Almeida, he's definitely not done. What I will say is Alexander Romanov, he's really coming in here to try to do the same thing to you. So I just think that this is an extremely interesting fight, whether you want to believe it or not. Alexander Romanov has never been an underdog in his UFC career, to my knowledge. Yes, sir. First time as a dog. I noticed that. Jailton Almeida 6-1 as a favorite. He was a minus 120 in his last one. Yeah, so I didn't check the line movement. So, yeah, Jailton Almeida was a minus 320 opening. Now he's only a minus 290. So, yeah, man, Alexander Romanov is starting to get some money on him. And I see it, man. I can see how people are picking Romanov in this spot. Now I'm curious on what the tapology votes are. Oh, wow. 26 by decision, 53 by submission, 18 by TKO. Let's go check Romanov. So we got 28 by decision. We have 14.7 by submission. And we have roughly almost 57%. 57%. Over half of the people are going TKO that do have Romanov to win. Because, I mean, that's his path to victory. He ain't going to decision. They crazy for that. Yeah, Jailton has the better submission equity. For sure. Yeah. Wow, they think that Romanov gonna get submitted. Romanov ain't never been submitted though. Romanov's been, to my knowledge, he lost by decision and TKO. Yeah, he got TKO by Volkov. Yeah, so he's never been submitted. So if y'all think Johnson submitting him, y'all need to put that in. To be honest with y'all, but we're gonna move forward, and we got Kevin Holland versus Mikhail Olajaychek, and this fight's very interesting. Um, my guy CJ from UFC Picks, he actually is going Mikhail Olajaychek, and that's very interesting. Plus 200 dog according to Tapology. 29 years old. Holland's 31. Um, we do have Mikhail Olajaychek coming down from 185 to 170 now. So that would be very interesting. Kevin Holland, 6'3", Mikhail, 6 foot, 81-inch reach for Kevin Holland, 74 for Mikhail Olajaychek. And I ain't gonna bullshit you. What I just read off on the screen, man, is very alarming because Kevin Holland's a guy who fights really long. He fights behind that jab, and the only time that we've really seen him hurt is as the bike or whatever rolls by. The only time we've ever really seen Kevin Holland hurt was by MVP and Stephen Wonderboy. Other than that, I mean, we haven't really seen him really rocked on the feet. I mean, of course, the headbutt versus Kyle Dawkins, but that didn't really count. Um, I don't think that Holland's gonna get knocked out or anything here, and Mikhail Jacek is really a 2-round fighter. I think Kevin Holland's gonna knock him out. Mikhail Jacek is soft to the body. If you kick Olajaychek to the body too many times, he'll wilt. I think that Kevin Holland's gonna get a body TKO just like he did versus Anthony Hernandez. I knew it wasn't Alexander. Like he did versus Anthony Hernandez. So I'm going body TKO by Kevin Holland. Next up, we got Sean Strickland versus Paulo the Eraser Costa. Um, and this fight's gonna be good. Both 33, both 6'1", and a 4-inch reach advantage for Sean Strickland. So basically, Paulo Costa is a refrigerator. But he is tall though. I think that Sean Strickland is going to just really outpoint this guy. I just feel like Sean Strickland is going to be having the better footwork, the better defense. He's more defensively responsible. He has the better output. He has the better gas tank. I would say probably the only thing he doesn't have better is the better chin. And we've seen Paulo Costa rock Robert Whitaker. So if he can rock Robert Whitaker, you're telling me he can't rock Sean Strickland? Nah, bro. So that's what I will say. That's the reason why this fight isn't a minus 500. Because if Sean Strickland just had this fucking Marvin Vettori chin or something, he would be a minus 800 because he has Paulo Costa beat everywhere. The only way Paulo Costa wins is knockout. That's no cap. Yeah, man. 64% knockout. 87% decision. 12% knockout. Let's see that low percent of submission. Let's see the people who do have him by submission. They can't even press on it. Point 0.03 people think Sean Strickland's gonna win by submission. They crazy. Need to go put that in. They need to go put that in. That's all I'll say. And 1.5 by submission. So according to Tapology, Paulo Costa has the better submission equity, but that's definitely cap. Here's what I'll say, man. I got Sean Strickland, but Paulo Costa can win by knockout. But I have Sean Strickland. Next up, we have the main event of the evening, and that is Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Diamond Poirier. And it's going to be a good fight, man. Because you got Dustin Poirier coming in at 35, man. One could say that this is his last chance. And I just don't see him getting it done. The only way he wins is if he does knock him out. He's been calling knockout all week. So that's his win equity. That's what I will say. Dustin Poirier is has the better reach, 73-inch reach. Islam 70.5. Islam is the taller man. I definitely feel like in this fight, man, it's gonna come down to how quick Islam starts wanting to wrestle. Because what I will say is, if Islam just wants to play around on the feet, I just do think Dustin Poirier is the better boxer. Like, to be honest with y'all, I just do think that that's just the case. Um, I just I just can't see. I don't know, man, because this fight's kind of weird. I hope Islam. I just hope Islam just doesn't take too long to wrestle. Because if he does, man, he just might get knocked the fuck out. I got this fight to not go the distance. I got this fight to not even hit the championship rounds. So whatever happens in the first 15 minutes is gonna happen. I got Islam Makhachev by, I'm gonna go ahead and say TKO. Everybody's been saying submission. I'm going TKO today. That's just what I'm going. Yeah, everybody's going submission, man. I'm going TKO. I'm with the 10%, believe it or not. Dustin Poirier, 71%. He has the knockout equity. Man, imagine if he was able to get the submission on Makhachev. Wouldn't that be crazy? That's crazy. But that's really it for me, guys. Islam Makhachev, and still, we are going to go ahead and cash some tickets. Let me go ahead and give you guys a little parlay if I get you guys out of here. Let me get to it. UFC. Damn it. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a four-legger and I'm gonna get you out of here. So Andre Lima 1, Hafez 2, Cesar Almeida. Actually, let's go fight to not go the distance 3, and then Kevin Holland in the night. So you guys just got it. Let's go see what that would pay real quick. Let's just go see what that would pay. So I just gave a four-legger out. We're going to see what that would pay. All right, so I'm not even going to log in. We're just going to. So I ain't got to give out no information and then you hear me. All right, so the fight to not go the distance leg, that I can't give you guys that one yet because it won't be out. Cesar Almeida, so fight won't get a distance. We'll just do Randy Brown instead because that probably be the same odds. So this four-legger right here, the four-leg I just gave you guys, pays $319. You can triple whatever you put in. So you can't say that I ain't get y'all paid, man. So with no further ado, I'm gonna go ahead, slide back to this screen, and I will get you guys out of here. Peace.
Yeah, I've been